Alright guys, we're down at Robe. You can see the beach. Cracker day, this sand dune. Not really much of a problem. Unless you're going too slow, there's a bit of a soft spot here. So here's a bit of action for you. Piece of cake. Next. Sounds like a patrol. Bop, 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 bop. Here we go. Piece of cake. And the last one, just a patrol. Okay, so the last Prado coming up now. Didn't make it the first time, so he's probably going to go fast this time. Piece of cake for a Prado. Woohoo! Alright, so as I said, yeah, we're down on the Robe beaches. This is some of the inland tracks from Robe heading towards North Creena or Beachport if you travel on further. A lot of them are quite hard packed. Some of them get a bit soft, and a lot of people like to rough them up for us, as you see, which means when you get to the peak of the dune like this, sometimes it can get a bit soft, but that one was okay. You never know what you're going to come across depending on the weather conditions, which way the wind's been blowing, how long it's been dry for, if it's rained, who's been driving on it. Give you a few sand driving tips in a moment. Scenery along these tracks is just absolutely awesome on the right day, and that's the most important part. If you plan yourself a trip to anywhere around here, you really need to watch the weather, because you know, when you got the south, southwest, south anything blowing in, it can be quite terrible. It really transforms a place into not a very nice place. Right at the moment we've got light winds, and it was quite windy yesterday, but at the moment, yeah, we've got light winds, so nice sunny day, happy days. Okay, so now we're down on the beaches. You know, there's different choices where to drive on beaches. There's a lot of different beaches. Seen one, seen them all? Nah. See, Sol says oils ain't oils. I say sort of oils are oils. We might have to come back to here to go off the beach just there, but we're going to travel along and have a look. There's a lot of options on and off the beach. So yeah, oils ain't oils, or oils are oils. This is not about oil. This is beaches ain't beaches, and I'll tell you that. That's a fact. Every beach, even the same beach, can be quite different. Now, if you talk at Fraser Island or something, yeah, it's all fairly easy. Now, don't get me wrong, there can be some conditions on the inland tracks when it's been very dry for a long time, where they get really soft, you know, so you can have some trouble. So, you know, easy enough to say Fraser's easy, because it is most of the time, but not always. But here, you know, we prefer to stick to the top of the beaches. The steeper the beach, the more you want to stay off it, okay? Once you go down near the waterline or anywhere where you've got a beach with a steep beach, don't go near it. In this coarser sand on some of these beaches where it's steep like that, you're gone. For every metre along the beach, you're 2 metres towards the water. So that's not where you want to be. We're just going to cruise off the end of this beach here. Hope you're getting a bit of information and whatever. There's no need to go too fast. Again, you just need to judge it. See the way that was a bit of a steep upcome there, because the wind's prevailing usually from the way we're headed. So this is kind of the hard way to go. The easy way is to head from, say, you know, Beachport side or Carpenter's Rocks or whatever the case may be, back towards Robe, heading towards, you know, heading towards whatever you want to call that, whatever way that is anyway, you know, west, we'll call it west, okay? It's not exactly west, but you know what I mean. Again, this top line, I'd say at some point it's had some rain or some tide on it. It hasn't been driven on, other than about, we've got one car maybe in front of us that drove on this, quite comfortable. And I'll let you in on a little secret. We're still on about 20 PSI. Okay, 20 PSI is not what you're normally going to use on Robe beaches, but it gives you a bit of experience and a bit of a, you know, there's no point going for the easiest option first, because then you've got nothing. And don't worry, you've always got more air you can let out of your tyres, but easiest option first, it doesn't really sort of, you know, it doesn't really, you know, you got nowhere to go to. You need to have somewhere to go to. So this is really firm sand. If I'm going to come to a stop, I'm off the gas. I'm letting the car come to a stop. I'm not using the brakes. It's just going to dig me in, right? We don't want to do that. So this is one of those steep ones I'm talking about. But it's getting too steep, right? So you can't drive sideways on a dune. So like everyone else, we're going down, down, down. Did you see that bit of sidewaysness?
I'm okay now.
Just stand by for a moment, please. So yeah, we've got the next vehicle. I don't know what's going on, but of course I can't do a video and concentrate on that at the same time while working out our route. Now we've got an exit off the beach there. I reckon, you know, we've been along the beach here before. I'll just wait here. Alright, but look, take a look what we've found here. Always finding stuff on Robe beaches and in the area. This looks like a king swag, you know, so you camp on the beach and you just leave your swag behind. Funnily enough, I need a spare spreader pole, and oh, someone's already taken the hoops off this one. Okay, so we've got a swag with no hoops. I don't know if that's a King's or not, but it looks like it. And you've got another one here. Just ridiculous. I mean, this is littering, isn't it, you know? Yeah, what, you've had enough use out of it, so you just leave it on the beach? Or you just think they're a piece of crap, so you leave it on the beach? Come on, it wouldn't be hard to pack this up and take it if you don't want to put it in the bin, mate. Chuck it on eBay for 50 bucks. Unbelievable. Okay, so we had a contemplate about what to do with 2 swags. So we've got one complete swag on the roof. That's all we had spare tie downs for. We'll have a cheap swag for someone, funds to the charity, the fundraising account of course, and yeah, winners, losers, whatever. Maybe even the person that left on the beach can buy it back. Anyway, there's one still there. We couldn't fit that on. We dragged it up on the edge of the dune so it doesn't get wet and it's there ready for, I don't know, we just also thought, oh, they're coming back to get them. You know, there's a lot of who knows what, but you know, at the end of the day, I don't know. They left them behind. Let's see if we can get off this beach. Bit of fun, and we'll let you know a few little sand driving tips. And this might not even work out for us. This might be a you know, stop and go back. Because what I find works is not 20 psi like what I'm on, and that's it. Wait there. Just letting the cars behind me know to wait. Hopefully they listen. Wait there meant wait there. They didn't listen. Okay, so we've backed down. We've explained to the following vehicle, when I say wait there, it means wait there, guys. You need to be on standby for the trip leader listening. Look at that scenery. I really just wanted to come back and show you that, didn't I? So rather than let the tyres down, which is what we should do, we're going to hit it a little bit harder this time, right? A little bit more momentum. We'll see if that works. This could be a demonstration of what works sometimes or what doesn't work. You know, you get a bit of a rough ride if you do that, but it does work. See, generally it works. Right, now the other way to do it is you let your tyres down. You may proceed through now, sir. Just a little bit of momentum on our pressures, you know, as you get towards the top, but nothing really that hard. It's just the 20 psi and I was going too slow. So we're off the beach. We'll just wait here, and I'll just say, look, coming through Robe beaches, you might think that, oh yeah, you know, ride tows okay, and you might get lucky, but there's a lot of rocky terrain. I just want to show you that, right? There it is. See the rocky terrain? And there's a lot of that in the tracks and stuff as well. And this isn't one of those areas. It's just a little bit here in front of me. So all-terrain tyres are sort of important. But of course, road tyres work really well in the sand, because as I said in my sand driving video, I know it's long, I know it's windy. Oh, here we go. We could be backing down this one as well. Please wait there. Yeah, and that's it. Right. So, okay, less talk, more action. Now, we haven't let the tyres down. We're still on 2 high pressures, but we're going to give it the berries instead of letting the tyres down. Now, the downside to that is, what if, oh, it gets worse up here and we don't make it, or another vehicle comes head on. Oh no, we were lucky this time. See the problem with going faster? And we weren't going really fast. We've got our sand flag, we're looking out, we can stop in an instant, but it's something to think about. You can proceed up now. It's not too bad at all, just a little bit of momentum. It was more towards the start where I came to a stop. So the key thing is with the momentum, you want to have your momentum and be backing off, or maintaining speed and backing off. You don't want to be trying to gain momentum and power up once you're already into your sand dune, if you know what I mean. Just going to wait here for the, is it the recovery vehicle or the vehicle to be recovered? I don't know. Anyway, yep, there he is. Okay, so you get what I mean. So if you come in too slow to a sand dune or something, and we're just using this as a discussion, I'm not saying these dunes are hard or anything like that. I'm not saying, the most important thing you can do is let your tyres down as necessary. Okay, so 15 to 20 is a good start for any sand beach that's real sand, you know, like Fraser's not real sand, you know, it's a 25 psi beach, you know, down the highway 28 psi, backtracks 20, 25, you might need to go lower, but it's not really what I call sand. Well, if you go up Nagala Rocks, it's softer there. You go down to 15, if you do everything else right, you'll get through. If someone gets in your way, comes head on, you got to stop, yeah, you might not get going again. But if you do it gently, the key is not digging. So, going up the sand dune, you want to have your momentum, and you want to be able to just maintain it, or back it off as you get up the dune, rather than come in too slow and then have to gun it, because then you're digging. And the idea is not to dig yourself into the sand, okay? The idea is to stay sitting on top, nice and plush on top, which is where letting the tyres comes into it. Now, at the end of the day, it's a bada bing, right? You need to let the tyres down as required, is what I said. So the softer the sand, the lower the pressures, is the way it works, right? Now, here's an example of some of this rocky area we've got to go through it. And because people are driven over them, they're probably not too sharp, but you can get some sharp rocks. That's why we're going to take it nice and slow, because this is often quite a rough ride through here. So there's no point really, you know, you're just going to take it slow, or it's going to be a rough ride. So now it's a rocky ride. If you go fast, it's going to be a rough ride. Anyway, guys, that's got some sand driving tips for you. This is the first hour of our morning heading from Robe to Beachport. Stay tuned by subscribing if you want to see some more action if it comes up from this trip and others. So now's the time to hit that subscribe button, turn the bell on, and if you liked a little bit of information or scenery you got so far, please remember to put a like, press that like button. It helps us help you, so we know we're doing the right thing and putting up things you want to see. And also in the comments, let us know what you want to see. Can't guarantee we can fulfill those needs, can't guarantee we can answer those questions, but it's a start. See these rough bouncy tracks? That's just, I don't know what people are, you know, there's no need for it. It should just be smooth, you know. Anyway, that's another story in another video. Guys, we're out of here. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Catch up. Okay, Robe Beaches. Morning tea time. Another hole in a track. Let's see if we get through that on our 20 psi. Yeah, see, Prado's really eat it up, actually, you know. And you might, some people laugh at that, but they actually do sand real easy. They love the sand. And look, the only thing that stops a Prado in the sand is inexperienced driving. Right, I'm just going to take it slow over that sod. There's a bit of a hole there. By going slow, you sort of flatten out the track again too. That's the good news, you know what I mean? So nice and slow, and you sort of plough the way. If you do it well, you're making the track better. If you do it hard, if you're rough, fast, bouncing, because your vehicle goes in the air and the wheel spins, right? And then it lands and it just digs a hole, and then everybody's hitting the same jump and landing in the same hole. Some people like it, but it's just, you know, like a bit of soft sand's good, but let's keep it smooth. The smooth wheel spin, not jumps, if you know what I mean.